guys, this is Adam from Mecanto Product Reviews, coming to you from the Compliance Bar members area. Compliance Bar is a WordPress plugin, and the idea behind this plugin is that if your website is selling anything at all, you are required to be compliant. So this takes care of a common need, a common problem that just about every website owner has. If you've been to my website, you've seen that I have terms and conditions and privacy policies there, but I will likely replace them with WP compliance in the very near future for a variety of reasons, and you'll see them, some of the advantages of using this plugin in this review. But among those is that Compliance Bar allows you to easily add compliance to your website with relevant templates. There's 23 templates included here as of now, and these templates have been approved by a legal professional, and they're basically applicable to any type of business. So whatever type of business you're running, instead of going online and generating terms and conditions and privacy policy that have nothing to do with your website, you'll actually be able to add something that's relevant and makes sense for your business, and it protects you, most importantly. And then last of all, like this, this is an excellent resale opportunity, and I want to show you the JV page here because this is the JV page for Compliance Bar, and at the bottom there's real comments from real people. You can't fake this stuff. See, I could add a comment right now and it would show up right there. So these are basically unforced, natural comments. And this guy right up here says he's the CEO and president of Katouche.com LLC, Russell Taylor. Says, I bought the pro license and I have sold this service to my clients. To date, I have sold it to 15 clients, which is more than paid for itself. Thanks, Anton. So keep in mind, you can resell this by itself. The resale opportunity by itself, even if you did nothing else with this plugin, could make you a lot of money. Here's Morris Murphy, co-owner and CEO of Mobile is No Bull. I bought the professional license and sold my first install within an hour. I know there will be many more to come. I am also looking to promote this awesome product. And then he talks about being an affiliate. But I wanted to kind of show you that. I've actually spoke with Anton. I've done a Skype chat with the guy. Spoke to him for almost 2 hours about a week ago. He's a very intense, serious marketer, very professional guy. Holds everything he does to high standards. You can kind of see that reflected on his, everything that has to do with Compliance Bar. Just very clean, very well laid out. So, and the design of Compliance Bar is very sleek from what I've seen so far, but now we're going to look at it. This is my first time looking at it, so I'm actually going to pause, familiarize myself with this area before I show you how it's done. So we'll be right back. Okay, so before we install the plugin on our WordPress website that I use for testing, let's take a look at the members area. You have extensive training videos here. Whatever it is you need help with, it's right here. Great training area. You have the download area. Depending on what you've purchased, there's a light download, the regular version. Licensing, again, depending on the license that you've purchased. If you have a personal license, you cannot resell, as I've mentioned earlier, but if you purchase one of the other licenses, you will be able to resell unlimited copies, which I would recommend. There's upgrade, there's special bonuses when you purchase Compliance Bar. Let's take a look at those for a moment. And you can also contact support very easily through your members area. And here's some of the bonuses that come with Compliance Bar. You've got Blueprint to 42,000 in 30 days, Amazon Flybox plugin, Product Launch Confessions, Video SEO Firestorm. That's a good one there. Tube Traffic, Emergency New Year's Cash, Show the URL WordPress plugin. If you've ever spent time building sites only to waste time searching for different pages, URLs that you need to paste somewhere or give someone quickly. Okay, there's Webcaster, Seamless SEO. Quite a few more bonuses here, guys, to take advantage of. These are absolutely free. Here's one that I really like, the Ultimate Traffic Blueprint. I'm not going to give this one away for you here, but basically this is from SEO Enigma. Shows you an extensive mind map blueprint type thing for good ways to get traffic to your offers, to your website. And you have a good John Shawcross interview and Chris Bloor interview here with 3 MP3 videos. How to generate more leads. Basically, if you click here, you'll see this is normally $97 by itself. And this year is absolutely free. You see that there's a zip. If you look down there, you see that it links to a zip file. So let's go into WordPress and install Compliance Bar next. Alright, so now we're in what I call my guinea pig WordPress website. I say that because there's nothing here but plugins and things like that that I test before I use them and use them for good on my money sites or whatnot. So if we look at the website, here it is. Here's proof that we're looking at a clean slate, blank web page. I only keep this domain around for the purpose of testing. I think if you go in the plugins, you'll see, I guess I must have removed them, but usually have a few other plugins here that I basically test and play with. So let's go ahead and add Compliance Bar, add the plugin. We're going to upload, choose it, fish it out from your drive, your hard drive. I know where I saved it. Let's see. Or do I know? Let's find out. Where is it? Compliance. There we go. Here it is. Gonna install now. And it should only take a few seconds. We're at 60%. And here we go. Activate. Should come up on the sidebar here. There it is, Compliance Bar. And let's see how intuitive this is. Again, I'm doing this for the first time, obviously. So once my key and user email, so I have to pause for a moment and get that stuff and enter it. Alright, so everything went well with my license. Congratulations on your purchase, blah, blah, blah. Continue. And here's the disclaimer. Continue. And here we are in the settings. It looks very sleek, very professional. Now remember, it's important to fill out your personal information because what this does is build compliance pages. So I'm not going to put my actual information here. We just want to see how this works. So I'm going to put in John Doe. John Doe Enterprises. I'm going to put the website URL is going to be the URL of this website. And just in case I have to verify anything, I'll go ahead and put in my actual email address here, at least one of them. And support email is going to be the same. Support desk URL. I don't actually have one. Let's just say it's zerobest.com/support. Registered mailing, virtual mailing address. Okay. Let's use 3 John Street, Los Angeles 90210 is the name of the television show. I don't know the actual zip code there. So, let's say, yeah, something like that. Company phones. Obviously, this is, you know, stuff that you would actually enter when you're using this. And then these are all optional down here. So I'm not going to waste your time and fill that all out. But if it applies to you, it's good to enter this stuff. So, I mean, here, just to give you an idea, product name. Now, remember we mentioned that this is specific to what you're offering, unlike other solutions, so-called solutions out there. Your refund duration, you know, I've seen the generators. They just make up the refund duration for you. It's like 30 days. Well, that's not my refund duration. Well, here you actually get to define that, fortunately. Your niche. And so I'm going to save these changes and just move on through the steps one by one. It's pretty intuitive and self-explanatory here so far. We're going to go to compliance pages. See, I guess, let's take a look. I guess, let's see, about us, AdSense disclaimer. So I guess these are the pages that it would create right now. Oh, wow, look at all that. Wow. I was wondering. So, as I said, 23 templates. Here's all 23. Depending on what your business does, you don't need to create all of these, right? So, I'm going to uncheck all, and then I'm just going to do a few of them. Here's the icon that it's going to use for now. You can change that as well. I'm not going to. I'm just going to do an about us. So, this is pretty awesome, guys, right? Because contact us. It's tedious to do all of this on your own. It really is. Let's do privacy policy and then terms and conditions and a disclaimer. And something about earnings, some earnings disclaimer. So I'm doing a few, about 5 of them. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of them. If it's an adult site, guys, you know, you're always talking about. I started in the adult business online actually, and so I was feeling like they didn't include us in anything. So I'm happy to see this. So we're gonna save that. But so I've saved this, but I forgot to see. Let's go back here for a moment. I forgot to take a look at the edit area. Not sure what it. Oh, I see. So you could just edit the template or whatnot after it's generated. So here's the actual compliance bar and the compliance bar settings. The quick tutorial comes up when you access that page. So you have option number 1, settings of the control. I'm going to take a moment to read this and then I'll be right back. Okay, so basically there's a few different ways that you can set this up. You can either do links and no icons, so like links, or you could have the icons, or you can have icons and links with the text that shows you what it is basically. Here you choose which you want to include. Remember, I created 6 pages earlier, so I'm going to select all 6. Do I want to display on the home page? Yes. By the way, do I want to, let's give it a name, default. Do I want to position on the left, right, top, footer, end of content? Let's do end of content. Or actually, let's do the footer for now. Display on pages. I guess we'll do all of those. So basically the icons will display on all of these pages here. You can display wherever you want. So display on posts. Do I want to just display on my WordPress posts? No, I don't. I only have the hello world. It's up to you, obviously. Now show on mobile and tablets. I think that's important, so we're going to turn that on. And we're going to put that on all of our mobile pages too. It says do not select more than 5-page icons. Okay. Now remember, this is mobile, so you don't want to have too many, right? So we'll deselect one of them here. Let's deselect contact us. Let's do two of them actually, because disclaimer, these are all kind of more related to each other. So then you can add the positioning here. I would tend to look at whatever it looks like now, and if I have to make adjustments later, I will. But let's leave it with the default for now and click Save. So that was quick. Our settings have been saved. Here's a sub menu for Manage Your Bar. There is my bar. I had to hit refresh. And as you can see, you can implement it anywhere with a simple shortcode or the PHP. Basically, a shortcode is a convenient version of a longer line of code, in this case, a PHP echo. As you can see, it's turned on. You can easily turn it off. You can easily edit. And then here's our pop-up section. Now, we may take a look at this afterwards, but I think this is an additional feature. I read about this. Basically, what this is, let's say you have some content on your website or anything on your website. What this does is it makes sure that your visitor agrees to the terms and conditions or whatever you want them to agree to on your website before they can view that content. So it's like a compliance content locker, which is really cool. I think it's really important. It protects you, makes sure that there's a record of your visitors that they agreed to something before they saw it, so you can cover your butt if you ever had to for any reason at all. Especially good if you're running adult sites, or I don't know, maybe other sites too. I don't know. You could probably imagine various ways in which this would come in handy. And this is all about, again, this is all about protection, protecting yourself, being compliant. This is all about doing what you're supposed to do. And the other layer to this is that if you know anybody with websites, if you have clients, if you have personal connections with small business websites, you can sell this to them because it's going to help them. It's a hell of a lot better than whatever those terms and condition generators are. They're garbage, quite frankly. This one is awesome. It's well worth this small investment. Remember, you can actually get this as cheap as $9.95. So keep that in mind as you watch here. So I'm going to go over and refresh my website. I'm wondering if this stuff shows up yet. And here is the pages. Let's go to the About Us page. It's okay, so here's the template for the About Us page. Down here we have our compliance bar, right? Because I chose to have it in the footer of the website. So obviously I've got some work to do as far as formatting, but this is really cool. It's reminiscent of Apple machines. You know, it's very sleek. It's kind of fun just going back and forth here. But this is where it appears. I could have it appear on the left, the right, whatever. Now let me show you the compliance bar JV page for a moment, because that's a great example of what it would look like if this was kind of refined and fully set up. This is what it would look like, or one way that it could look anyways. So if we go to somewhere, there's a demo, I believe. Product info, see in action. Okay, so we go here. This is going to show us the compliance bar in action. They have it up here, right? So it's blended into the website. And then so here's the different ways in which you can make the compliance bar appear once you set it up, which is what I'm doing. So here's on the left. If you want it on the left, it would be over here. On the right, over here. Different icons. You can customize those as well. The footer, which is what I did, is down here. Now you can define where the footer of your website is. It varies based on your WordPress theme. So, You know, my footer was at the very bottom, but I could change that. Okay, and then check this out. Speaking of the bottom, by continuing to use the site, you agree to use of cookies. So you have to accept that. That's another way you can use that. Basically, I'm going to use cookies. If I'm visiting the site, you have to accept that to move further. You know, that's one way, that's one thing you could set up. So the footer, we have end content, which would simply put it at the bottom of your body text. I kind of like that one, actually. I was going to do that. Might switch it. Disclaimer pop-up. Hey, look at that. Accept or decline, right? Whatever, you could say something like, you know, to continue, you must accept. And you click accept, or you know, click decline, and you get sent somewhere else. So there you go. Or you can have no bar at all and just plain links at the top. So so that's that. And I'm actually going to move my compliance bar, as I mentioned, and we're going to move it, let's see. Oh, end of content. Save. Did I save that? Oh. Oh, I see. I have to go to manage bar and edit. Okay, there we go. End of content, save. And now when we refresh, instead of these being down here, we're going to see them here. Okay, watch. It's loading. Boom. Beautiful. I like that more. But again, just play with it until it works for you, right? That's what this is all about. I like how easy it is to change things around so far. We've been doing this video for quite some time, but some of you might be interested in some of the other features, so I'm going to show you the pop-ups. But also, here are short codes for each template, another thing that I've just discovered. You would simply enter the short code on any page, and it would list the anti-spam policy if you wanted to reference it. It's EU cookies. I don't know what that is. I would have to honestly look into that. I saw that mentioned a couple times as one of the product features. And if any time I did need help or wanted that question answered, I would click here. You see? And you could watch tutorial videos, you could read the guide. Everything is nice and sleek. Again, I have an IP log. So now let's check out the pop-ups. As I said, we're going to call this pop-up test, and we're going to say, I believe this is like the content lock, as I mentioned. So please agree to this statement before to access this page. What kind of statement? Let's say something that I'm upset about today. The Buffalo Bills, my favorite football team, are idiots for letting Pepper Johnson go to our division rivals. So everyone would have to agree with that. So the accept text would be agree, and the decline text would be disagree. Show decline button on or off. So obviously if you turn this off, they can only agree. I don't know if that makes a whole lot of sense, but what if they don't agree to something, right? I think it goes without saying decline should be there. The heading text. Yeah, so are you sure you want to access this page? I don't know, right? No delay. Add a delay of 3 seconds. Cookies, no. Background image, no. I don't have one. Display on home page, no. And then where are we going to show it? Everywhere. Everywhere. and save. So how easy was that, right? And then we could preview it first. So click view. That's what it would look like right now. Are you sure you want to do that? Wait a minute. Where is it? Oh, manage pop-ups. I thought I lost it for a second there. Lost the pop-up that I just created. The reason I say that is because I don't see my text. Somehow I lost my text. I think, let's see. A little confused here, actually. How did I lose the text? Is it because I have a heading? Testing 1, 2, 3. Let's see, guys. I don't know. Insert. Can insert a video, image. It's a new. Testing the body area of this pop-up. So somehow I lost the stuff that I wrote earlier, so I'm going to try to save it again. And now let's go to our website and see how it actually appears. Just going to go to the home page, and we're going to click one of the links. Earnings disclaimer. There's our earnings disclaimer, and after 3 seconds, boom, that pops up. Agree or disagree? I agree. So when you agree, it takes your IP address. Basically, why? Why does it do that? Because that's like your digital signature. That's pretty awesome. So if you agree to something, hey, I agree that I read this earnings disclaimer. Your IP address is logged. You cannot deny that. So this is as good as it gets as far as compliance goes. I think we've gone through enough here. So you see how this works. I hope you understand the benefits. I hope I did, a good job from a first-timer's perspective of showing you what WP Compliance Bar is all about. So at this point, what I want to mention to you is that on my website, if you, I'm offering a free bonus. So below this video, I have a link that goes to my review page. If you simply click on that and order Compliance Bar through my review page, which will look something like, actually I don't have it posted as of the time I'm recording this video. I still have to write my review. So anyways, you will see the link, and then you will see bonuses on that page. If you order through my page, those bonuses are absolutely free, but only when you order through Mikanto product reviews. So I hope you do that, and I hope you enjoy this video. I genuinely like this plugin, and in a few days you'll probably see it on my own website. So that is about it. Thanks for watching again. Have a great day.